their third All-Ireland in a row.
Everything's set now for the start of the All-Ireland Senior Football Final. And the Kerry team, there they are, except now that number 7, Ogie Morden, will be playing in the centre-half forward position, Tommy Doyle at full forward. And a quick look at the Roscommon team, they are as expected. All set now for the start of the game. The referee, Seamus Murray of Monaghan, getting ready to throw in the ball. Kerry with the light hoop across the centre, in possession from the throw-in is Sean Walsh, who is pushed, and there is a free to Kerry. It's 65 metres out from the Roscommon goal. And the breeze, and it's a strong breeze, is blowing against the Kerry men in this first half. Ball blocked down by Dermot Earley, way up the field now. This is Tony McManus. Nice sail of a dummy there, and he's still going on. Has he gone to, and it must be a goal. It's a goal! It's a goal! And it is a wonderful goal by John O'Connor. Oh, in 1962, we'll tell you about that in a moment. Look at this ball coming in, and here comes the pass, and the hand pass to the goal in 62. Gary McMahon got a goal for Kerry against Roscommon in exactly the same time, 35 seconds. Here's the hand pass, there's the hand pass to the goal, and Roscommon lead 1 goal to no score. And here come the men from Kerry, Tim Kennelly. Gone back for it now, Tom Donlan for Roscommon. Into the centre of the field, ball got by Paddy O'Shea. Distant pass to Jack O'Shea. They're not related. Trying to open up a movement here. Ogie Moran fouled as he was trying to go through, and there's a free dead straight in front of the goal on the 45-metre line for Kerry, and it'll be taken by Ogie Moran. And Ogie just showing to the referee that he wants to change the position that he had placed the ball in originally. It's just starting to rain again. Ogie's kick is high, it's going out towards the left, and it's gone. No, the umpire held up his hand as if he was signalling a wide, but he changed his mind. Jerry Fitzmaurice for Roscommon. John O'Connor. John O'Connor into the centre, and this forward line moving again. Tony McManus, a kick from way out, it's high, but it's curled in the breeze, and it's gone wide. And the breeze, looking at the flags on the far side, while it is tending to favour Roscommon, it is blowing somewhat over this way. In fact, it's blowing right into us at the moment. Charlie Nedigan, the Kerry goalkeeper. Dermot Earley. Tony McManus. Out now to the wing to Seamus Hayden. Hayden is going through. He's in front of the goal, and it's over the bar. A point. A point by Seamus Hayden, and here it is again. Ball passed back to him. Nice sail of a dummy. And the shot straight over the bar. 4 points for Roscommon. That's 1 goal and a point, with the goal equaling 3 points. That's 4 points to no score for Kerry. Kerry, the warm favourites for this game. About 4 minutes gone. Kick out to Ger O'Keefe. Ger, who came on as a last-minute replacement into the team, way up the field now. This is Tommy Doyle. Free for Kerry for pulling and dragging there. Jack O'Shea to take it. Jack, one of the centre field men, takes a short one out to the speedy Pat Spillane, and Pat going up the wing now. Jerry Fitzmaurice after him, still Pat. Jack O'Shea, back now to John Egan. 3 Roscommon men around him. Back to Jack O'Shea. Cross to the far wing now for Tim Kennelly, moving up into the attack. Has his kick blocked down. Paddy O'Shea out there. And Paddy, a high ball from an awkward angle, but no. The flag is up and all the rest, but the referee The referee had blown his whistle and awarded a free way out in front of Hill 16. The whistle was gone, the award made before the ball was kicked, and out there on the far side, David Foley calling for the ball. There is no score, it's up on the scoreboard, but there is no score. There is a free for Roscommon, as we say, a free for Roscommon from 20 metres out from their own goal over on the far side of the field, and the score is Roscommon 4 points, Kerry no score. In spite of what the officials said, now it's all right, the scoreboard has gone back to no score. Well, that was an electrifying start by Roscommon. Paddy O'Shea taking this kick, and there's a gale blowing here. Up now to Ger Parr. Ger Parr getting inside with it. Gets it now to Jack O'Shea. Jack O'Shea now to Ogie Moran. Ogie, his way blocked there, trying to... He's still holding up, the ball knocked away from him by Tom Donlan. Up to Dermot Early. Early's intended pass, nicely intercepted by Ger O'Keefe. Ger fouled the first time. The referee gave him the advantage, but he was fouled the second time, so the referee said, to heck with an advantage, here's a free. There's Ger O'Keefe going up to take his position, and Tim Kennelly to take the kick. Told typically the way the wind is blowing the ball away there. And a very, very short one to Paddy O'Shea. Hand passed back to Tim Kennelly. Tim Kennelly way up the field now towards Tommy Doyle and Pat Lindsay. Out comes Gay Sheeran, the goalkeeper. Clearance into the centre of the field, but it goes loose, briefly loose to Jack O'Shea for Kerry. Now to Paddy Lynch for Kerry. Now to Shawnee Walsh for Kerry. Shawnee going upfield, but he's held there by Dermot Early, and a free for Kerry, just inside the 45-metre line. And it's to be taken just inside that 45-metre line by Mikey Sheehy, their real sharp. Mikey sends it in towards the goal mouth, nicely held in there, and cleared out by Danny Murray. Ball breaking to John O'Gara, kicked away by Sean Walsh to the far side of the field, and now Jack O'Shea keeping it in play, getting it up the wing to Paddy Lynch. And there's hard tussling over there, and the referee going over, deeming that one of the tussles was outside the rule bounds, and there's a free for Kerry. Paddy O'Shea to take it over on the sideline. And there is an incident off the ball there. Referee going down to have a word with the umpire as Mikey Sheehy and his opposite number there, Jerry Canellan, obviously had a bit of a boxing match there. The referee went down to consult with the umpire, and as a result of what the umpire has told him, he is writing the book, and any more of that, and they go for a walk to the sideline. Paddy O'Shea to take the free. In towards the goal mouth. And right in towards the goal mouth is right. Jenny Fitzmaurice out now to John O'Gara for Roscommon. Coming down to get it now, or try to get it, is Tony McManus, and he has got it. Knocked away from him, but he goes back for it. And Tony with the awkward shot across the goal mouth. Jack O'Shea, the midfield man, gone back to help the defence. Down this side of the field to Pat Spillane, who is swung to the ground. But the referee, yes, he had blown the whistle. I thought for 1 minute there was insanity around the place. The referee had, of course, blown the whistle, but with the wind and the din here, it's impossible to hear it up here, and there is a free for that pulling down free on Pat Spillane of Kerry. Kerry bidding for 3 in a row. Long one up the field. John Egan has come out for it, but it's knocked out of his hand by Harry Keegan over the sideline. Line ball now for Kerry. Ogie Moran to take it. Ogie, who has won 3 All-Ireland medals as a centre-half forward, trying for number 4 today. That's Pat Lindsay, the full-back. A long ball way up the field. Ger O'Keefe with it now. He's on the ground. Did he fall or was he tripped? The referee says he fell. John O'Connor gone way over to the far wing now. Working his way through, selling dummies galore. And Tony McManus takes a shot. A pass shot that was too feeble, straight to the hands of Charlie Nelligan. And away now come Kerry. Ger Power coming up from attack to try to get the ball in defence. He does. Sends it to Shawnee Walsh. Still Shawnee Walsh. Back now to Ger Power, and there is a foul over there. There is a foul, a very definite foul there with Tim Kennelly, the man involved. Wait now, just a second. Tommy Doyle, the man involved, and Dermot Earley, the victim. And the referee writing the name of Tommy Doyle. I think we can see that again. Here it is again, and there's no question whatever about it, and Tommy Doyle is a lucky man that he isn't gone to the sideline. And the referee hops the ball from the hop. It comes in to Dermot Earley. Dermot Earley sending it way up the field, but out again for a line ball for Roscommon. That altercation between Dermot Earley and Tommy Doyle, who hit who? Who hit who first? Well, that was what the referee probably saw better than anybody, and that's probably why he hopped the ball rather than taking a more serious action. John O'Gara, high ball from out the field, and it's gone over the bar for another point for Roscommon. John O'Gara picking that one off about 60 metres out from the goal, and here it is again. Here he is now, steadying himself, sending it high, and sending it over the bar. And now it's 5 points for Roscommon. That's 1 goal and 2 points, and no score for Kerry. And we make it 12 minutes gone in this first half. Charlie Nelligan. Ogie Moran now for Kerry. Kerry trying to make the wings work for them, and here's the man that can do it, Pat Spillane. And that's Ogie Moran. He's in the wars, and there is a free for Kerry, dead straight in front of the goal, and Mikey Sheehy will take it. And this will surely be Kerry's first score of the game. Yes, it is. Over the bar for a point for Kerry, scored by Mikey Sheehy, making the score now 5 points for Roscommon, 1 point for Kerry. That's 1 goal and 2 points for Roscommon, 1 point for Kerry. Mikey Sheehy, the scorer. Gay Sheeran, the goalkeeper, placing the ball on the 20-metre line from which the ball is kicked out after a score. Dermot Earley tried to add to it in the air, but Ger O'Keefe getting the ball, and a free for a tackle on him. And the ball half knocked down there. It comes out to John O'Gara, or not to John O'Gara, out to John O'Connor. This is John O'Gara. This is Tony McManus. No, it's curled. It's not going to go out, but held in there in the going mouth by Jack O'Shea, who twice is back into the back line from the centre of the field to save dangerous situations. This is Dermot Earley. And here we have the Kerry men relieving John O'Keefe down now to Pat Spillane. They're trying to open up this Pat Spillane partnership. Running into the partnership now is Mikey Sheehy coming from the far side. But he's beaten by Roscommon man Jerry Connellan. And the referee penalises the Roscommon man for charging with his elbow up, charging into the Kerry man who was trying to dispossess him. And this is Mikey Sheehy, who in the championship scored 1 goal and 7 points up to this moment. An awkward angle, an awkward breeze. Mikey usually very accurate, but The freeze, not a helping factor by any means. In fact, the freeze blowing the ball away, and the referee saying, come on, kick it. And gone wide, and the score remains Roscommon 1 goal and 2 points, Kerry 1 point. Gay Sheeran standing back now to take the kick out. Sean Walsh for Kerry getting the better of the mid-air tussle, and Dermot Early penalised for holding on to him. Free for Kerry, 50 metres out. Jack O'Shea, one of their two centre field men, to take it. Tom Donlan doesn't hold on. Ogie Moran in possession. John O'Gara going back to help. Tim Kennelly. And the big Kerry man. Oh, a dangerous ball in there, but Harry Keegan is there for Roscommon. Sean Walsh for Kerry. Kerry opening up a passing move. And Gay sending it into the center of the field. That breeze playing absolute havoc. This is Jerry Canellan. He's been awarded a free for the opponents holding on to him there. And the free out to be taken by Danny Murray for Roscommon, just inside the 45-metre line. Kept in play by Aidan Dooley. John O'Keefe's kick is a good one, way upfield, but across now come the Roscommon men again with Danny Murray to the bearded Tom Donlan. John O'Keefe being harassed by Tony McManus, and the referee awards John O'Keefe a free there. He sends it out to Ger O'Keefe. Roscommon coming back into the attack here. An intended pass that didn't go where Tom Donlan intended, went out over the sideline instead. Line ball for Kerry. 40 Lynch. Sending the ball upfield, but going off a Kerry man, and now it's a Roscommon ball. This is Jack O'Shea, who's certainly having a great game for Kerry. All alone, Danny Murray. Dermot Early. Jimmy Deenahan now for Kerry. Ogie Moran going ferreting for the ball. John Egan gone across from the left wing to the right. Harry Keegan coming after him. Oh, a great diving block down there by Harry Keegan. Out it comes to Dermot Early. I don't know what Micheál Finneran was trying to do, but it worked. And here's Seamus Hayden. Micheál Finneran. And the referee penalises Micheál, much to the disgust of the Roscommon followers, penalising him allegedly for holding the ball too long. And there are those who think that the Kerry man held the Roscommon man a bit long. John O'Keefe to take the kick. again, they're trying to feed this near wing. Ogie Moran tries to keep it in play, but can't. "60 metres out from the Roscommon goal, a line ball for Roscommon. Remember, Kerry leading by 5 points to 2. Kerry, or Roscommon leading, I should say, by 5 points to 2. Kerry, the warm favourites for this game. Tommy Doyle to Pat Spillane. And here's Spillane going through now. Egan has gone out to his right. And to his left is Mikey Sheehy. And there it is, the goal. Mikey Sheehy finishing the passing movement. Started so brilliantly by Pat Spillane. And here are the passes that finished it off. And there it was, Mikey Sheehy throwing it in. Here is Pat Spillane, and there is Mikey Sheehy, and there is the goal. The score, 1-2, 1-2, 5 points each. Just 20 minutes gone on my stopwatch. From the kick-out, the ball comes centre field, and it's a free for Roscommon. Dermot Early. Micheál Finneran. And he intends to leave it to one of his own men, but doesn't quite succeed in doing so. Paddy Lynch just dips in instead. And the rain making the ground very slippery, and the boot of Pat Spillane likewise. Free for Roscommon, just inside the 65-metre line. And Dermot Early, commandant in the Irish Army. Every man here, of course, an amateur. And this free taken up to Micheál Finneran, back to John O'Gara. And O'Gara left-footed shot that's gone wide. And the great rhythm, in fact, it's not gone wide. It went to the left of the upright, but was apparently deflected by one of the Kerry defenders, and so it's a 45. This free kick given to the attacking team when a defender sends it out over his own end line. Once again, Dermot Early to take it. It's high, and it's good. It's over the bar. A good point there by Dermot Early to put Roscommon into the lead again. Roscommon 1-3, Kerry 1-2. That's 6 points to 1-5. That's the score, I'll repeat, is Kerry 1-3, Roscommon 1-3, Kerry 1-2. That's 6 points to 5. Charlie Nelligan with the kick out. Dermot Early, instead of catching the ball, fisting it down, but it doesn't go to one of his own men. Here come Kerry again, Harry Keegan and John Egan. Harry Keegan getting the better of the tussle. Micheál Finneran getting the better of this one. And into an open space, got back for it is Jimmy Deenahan, very nicely fielded. And a bit of swinging of arms and fists there because Jimmy was having his jersey stretched more than somewhat. Free out for Kerry, just outside their own 13-metre line. Charlie Nelligan to take it. John O'Gara beating Kerry in the air. This is John O'Connor jigging his way up the field. Jerry Fitzmaurice, Tim Kennelly breaking it up for the Kerry men. Jerry Kennellan and Mikey Sheehy. Mikey blocking it down, but Pat Lindsay is there for Roscommon. Danny Murray. Tim Kennelly going down for this one, but tripped as he's coming away with the ball, and there's a free for Kerry. It's about 60 metres out from their own goal. And the burly Tim, looking forward to Listowel next week, no doubt, placing the ball for the kick. Jack O'Shea back up there. The referee penalises them for pushing Seamus Hayden in the back as the ball was coming down. You could see Jacko's hands going into the Roscommon man's back to unbalance him, and the referee awards a free out to Roscommon. He's Sheeran to take it. Roscommon leading by 1 point, 1-3 to 1-2. Dermot early. Jack O'Shea after him, not letting him away. Penalised, of course, the Kerry man there for holding on to the Roscommon man. And Dermot, having a look to see where that goal is, he is favoured with the breeze, but the kick is just inside the 65-metre line, and he chips it. Where it's got by Paddy Lynch for the Kerry men, and here comes Tim Kennelly again. Well, he's coming back to where he started, and now this wing again. John Egan trying to get up the wing, but Harry Keegan playing the match of his life. And the referee has called back the play and penalised Harry Keegan for what, I must say, I am not too sure. John Egan. This is Tommy Doyle being tackled up there and held by Pat Lindsay, and the referee awards another free for Kerry. Free for Kerry on the 13-metre line up in the corner here. And Mikey Sheehy making his mark from which to take the free. A very, very awkward angle. It's curling in and it's curling over. Oh, a lovely point. A delightful point there, scored by Mikey Sheehy to make the scores. Roscommon 1 goal and 3 points, and Kerry 1 goal and 3 points. Number 13, Mikey Sheehy. And the ball gone out over the sideline, far side of the field. Line ball for Kerry. 27 minutes gone in this first half. Paddy O'Shea. Jerry Fitzmaurice tipping the ball down to Seamus Hayden, who has the field to himself. Nobody going near him. Jack O'Shea beginning to move that way now, but the ball going up towards the goal mouth. Held back there by Paddy Lynch. Ger O'Keefe being well and truly fouled there by John O'Connor. Now, I don't think Ger is all that seriously hurt or anything. Here it is again. There is the first effort to bring him down. The elbow coming up from Ger, and a trip. And over and over he goes. There is a free for Kerry, and Ger O'Keefe is taking his position, and the further he goes up the field, the longer he strides out. Paddy Lynch with the free. But the linesman is calling the referee over. He's got something to say to somebody in the dugout over there. Well, the referee and the linesman are going off the field. This is a new one. The linesman apparently having some words with some of the Roscommon mentors over there and reporting the matter to the referee. Meanwhile, Paddy Lynch gets ready once again to take the free. Tim Kennelly. Ger Parr can't hold on to that one. Danny Murray racing away from him. And Ger Parr pulling up a little bit feelingly there as Danny Murray takes a kick from way out the field. Charlie Nelligan in the goal. Oh, a careless pass there. And the referee way down the field is running up now from the middle of the field, and exactly what he's going to do, I'm one of those who isn't too sure. And I'm just wondering what he is going to do. He has given a free out for Kerry. And the reaction of the crowd, I think, tells its own story. Quite frankly, it was a decision. I know we're as far away as the referee was from the play, and it was a decision that looked a little bit mysterious. Now he's awarded another free. Now this is another free to Kerry. I must confess a little bit of mystery about some of the decisions out on the field. Now the referee is holding his hand up in the middle of the field. Just what's going on puzzles me more than somewhat. There is a sub. Ger O'Driscoll is coming on the Kerry team, getting ready to come on over on the far side. But no, he's not. Well, he was out on the field coming on. He reported to the referee, and now he's gone back to the sideline again. And now I think the referee has sorted out whatever he was thinking. John O'Keefe. Oh, a lovely bit of high fielding there by Jack O'Shea. And the Roscommon men appealing that Jack O'Shea kicked out at one of them. And the referee decides to hop the ball. From the hop, it's Tommy Doyle. And another free to Kerry as Tommy goes through there but was held. I'm keeping an eye on Ger Power because Ger is definitely pulling a leg very, very slowly. Anyway, we follow the play as well. Jack O'Shea in now to Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh's kick is high, it's gone wide, and the score remains 1-3 to 1-3. Ger coming out to take his place beside Danny Murray on the 45-meter line over on the far side of the field. He's all right now, but a moment ago he was very definitely pulling a leg behind. From the kick out, it's Kerry in possession. Oh, Tim Kennelly, and that is the most ridiculous decision I've seen in an All-Ireland final. Shoulder to shoulder, Dermot Earley and Tim Kennelly, and the referee awards a free to Kerry. There's no doubt whatever that shoulder to shoulder is part of Gaelic football. Ogie Moran to take this free. Up the wing now to Mikey Sheehy, being tackled by Jerry Canellan. A lovely ball by Mikey. And brought out over the end line there. Knocked out over the end line by Jerry Fitzmaurice for a 45. I must say some of the decisions of the referee have me absolutely puzzled. And I have an idea I am not alone. We want a ref is what the crowd are chanting now. That's Ogie Moran. And the referee gone down now, and quite rightly gone down on this time, as Jerry Fitzmaurice has fouled one of the Kerry men. It's he's down being attended to. I think it's Pat Spillane. And let's see what the referee is going to do now. Somebody, Pat Lindsay saying to Pat, come on, get up. The referee doing likewise. And now the referee is going to call in some of the mentors from the sideline. The trouble with Pat is that Pat has been known to play it a little bit when he gets a knock, and it could be a case of the boy and the wolf once again, that this time he is injured, and there is a shot of him on the ground. And Vic O'Dwyer having a word with them, and now walking away from him. Referee is standing over it all. And Jerry Fitzmaurice, the man who was involved in the incident, is standing over Pat. And here is Pat now. He's getting a rinse of a magic bottle. And Jerry Fitzmaurice walking by, shaking his head there, as much as to say, whatever I did, it wasn't that bad. Well, he doesn't look exactly 100%, does he? And the referee getting them to shake hands. And also writing Jerry Fitzmaurice's name. You know, I hope he has plenty of paper, because he's been doing an awful lot of writing. And there are people, and I'm one of them, who thinks he could wave a finger towards the sideline in some of the cases where he's been writing in the book. The score, 1-3 to 1-3. We're near half-time. And here we have Jack O'Shea. This game getting very torrid in spots. And here's Pat Spillane. And the crowd reacting to his lie down of a few moments ago. And getting the ball back to Jack O'Shea. Jack is fouled, and there is a free to Kerry. Well, here it is again. There is the foul and the free to Kerry. It's to be taken by Mikey Sheehy. Can this be the lead for Kerry before the half-time whistle? The answer is no. It just tailed off and went wide, and as we're in 37, almost 37 minutes now of the 35-minute first half, I think we must be near the half-time whistle. Kerry 1-3, Roscommon 1-3. And there goes the half-time whistle from a first half that I can only describe as unsatisfactory, and I must say that contributing to the unsatisfactory nature of it is the man in the picture, the referee, who certainly seemed to lose control, and indeed whose decisions were more than mysterious. And there's Pat Spillane. Was he really badly hurt, or is he in line for an Oscar?
30
at the center line. There he is. Gerald Driscoll, who has been on the subs bench for quite a while, but a very lively player indeed. And he's going full forward. He is going in full forward. Tom Doyle, right half forward. And Ger Power, the captain, gone off. And I remember a couple of years ago when Mickey Sullivan was captain of the Kerry team, he had to go off because of an injury. Kerry won, and Pat Spillane took the Sam Maguire. Will history repeat itself? Well, let's see. Here we go. 6 points apiece. The second half is on, and the referee has awarded a free to Roscommon, which will be taken at the 65-metre line by Dermot Earley. The sun beginning to peek through just a little bit. Nice bit of fielding in there by Ger O'Keefe. Pat Spillane. And a screw shot that certainly didn't go where he intended, and Pat Lindsay thundering down for the ball. Gerald Driscoll with him. That's Tom Donlan. Ball very greasy. John O'Keefe. Jimmy Deanahan. Mikey Sheehy gone over to the left now. Over there with him, Jerry Connellan. Jerry, who in the Connacht Championship did just this, went from backs right up to forwards. He's actually has scored, and he's got inside his man here, and he takes the pass. It's still the left full back on through. Ball goes out under the wing. Shot there, but blocked down and cleared out by Charlie Nelligan. Tim Kennelly. The hop. Deceiving both sides, but here's Pat Spillane. Pat Lindsay gets his hand in the ball. Oh, a dangerous moment for Kerry there. Dangerous as Judd Driscoll almost got it in. Jerry Connellan. John O'Keefe, who's supposed to be full back, but he's way out the field. Ogie Moran out to Paudie O'Shea. Oh, a dangerous ball. Judd Driscoll is under it. He's just outside the penalty area, and there is a free for Kerry. Just an ordinary 13-metre free, and just to the right of the goal. Mikey Sheehy. There he is. And here's his shot. And Kerry lead for the first time in the game. Kerry gone into the lead. Kerry now 1 goal and 4 points. Roscommon 1 goal and 3 after less than 3 minutes of the second half. 7 points to 6. Gay Sheeran. Tim Kennelly having a thundering game for Kerry. Free to Kerry. To be taken by Ogie Moran, just inside the 65-metre line. Kerry with the win now in this half. Mikey Sheehy. Oh, a dangerous ball right across the goal mouth. Pat Lindsay. Out now to Tom Donlan. From right through, but Jimmy Deanahan has come out for Kerry to Jack O'Shea. Into our Dermot Early for Roscommon gets it. And they're trying to open it up now as Hall Finneran goes for the ball. Their chief scorer into an open space that John O'Connor misjudges. And out comes Charlie Nelligan. And Charlie Nelligan clears out into the centre of the field. This is Tony McManus. Seamus Hayden. Oh, a dummy too often. Just tried it that once too often. Jack O'Shea. Pat Lindsay, that hop, he's trying to judge it. And misjudges it, and here comes Gerald Driscoll. Danny Murray. And Tom Donlan. A little bit of luck there for Roscommon. This is Eamon McManus, who hasn't been so much in the game. Hall Finneran. A chapter of errors. The final line written by Tim Kennelly, Gerald Driscoll, Harry Keegan and John Egan gone back. Robbery without violence there, but retrieved by Harry Keegan to Pat Lindsay. And a weak pass again, and now come Kerry again, Mikey Sheehy. Dangerous hopping ball, but goes into the safe chest and hands of Gay Sheeran. John O'Gara. And Gerald Keefe covering off well there to Tommy Doyle. Jimmy Deanahan. Sean Walsh. Players playing everywhere now. Tommy Doyle. Dermot Early after him. And the referee has awarded another free to Kerry. This one about 35 metres out from the goal on our right here. Mikey Sheehy to take it, and it's about 15 metres in from the sideline on the right. There it is, in fact. It's gone to the left. It's not gone out yet. It could be. It's in. The referee has now. It's a 45. It's a 45. The umpire has signalled, but the referee from out the field has signalled that there's a free out for Roscommon because there was a Kerry man inside the parallelogram there before the ball came in. Gay Sheeran with the free out. Remember the score: 1-4 for Kerry, 1-3 for Roscommon, 7 points to 6, 1 point between them, and we make it only about 8 minutes or so gone in the second half. Danny Murray not holding on, and it is Pat Spillane getting in with that one and sending it over. Danny Murray not holding as it is dropped down. There is the kick in, and Danny not holding it, and Pat Spillane making no mistake, and Kerry now lead by 8 to 6. That's 1-5 to 1-3. And here we have another look at that point, and Pat Spillane sending it over. Back now to the live action, and it's Gay Sheeran. And here comes Dermot Early trying to rally his men. They're trailing now by 2 points. Jimmy Deanahan is after him, and there is a free to Roscommon just outside the 45-metre line. Dermot Early is to take it. Dermot walking up now. Comes out to John O'Gara. Oh, very clever. If only the Roscommon man knew it was going to happen. Intercepted there by Kerry, and here comes Kerry again. O'Driscoll to Doyle. Spillane on the outside. Spillane racing up the field, steadying himself, tending his shot. This deflected out by Gay Sheeran and cleared further by Harry Keegan. Nicely held by Tim Kennelly, having the game of his life. And there's a dangerous, hopping, innocent-looking ball. Pat Spillane takes the innocence out of it, but he puts it back in again by a shot that's gone so wide. And I thought for 1 minute he was going to stretch himself on the ground. Instead, he's tying his bootlace. 8 points to 6 in favour of Kerry. That is 1-5 to 1-3. Gay Sheeran with the kick. John O'Gara. Up for Daisy. Free there for a tackle on Pat Lindsay. And the free to be taken by Pat Lindsay himself. This tall Mayo-born fullback for the Roscommon men in the Bangareras area. Dermot Early not trying to catch the ball today, but block it down, and it's not altogether working for him because it's going to a Kerry man more often than a Roscommon man. And that kick certainly went very much astray, and here come Roscommon again. And there was an on his shoulder that was legal this time, and here's John O'Gara. He's gone right through. He's on the 13-metre line. He takes his shot. The ball, and a great save by Charlie Nelligan at the expense of a point. Oh, that was a narrow one for Kerry. Here it is again now, with the Roscommon men going up into attack, and the shot coming across the goal and sent in and over by John O'Connor, who actually finished it. The score, Kerry 1-5, Roscommon 1-4, 8 to 7. 10 minutes gone. Out comes the ball to Sean Walsh in the centre of the field. He's upended, and there's a free to Kerry. Ogie Moran to take it. his hands wrapped around his head there a moment ago, and here it is again. High, and there's Jer's shot wide. Kick out by Gay Sheeran, Kerry winning by 1 point. And thank heavens that the rancor that was creeping into the first half apparently gone at this stage. Sandwich there with Sean Walsh, the ham, and Roscommon men forming the white bread around it. Free to Kerry, just outside the 45-meter line, and Mikey Sheehy to take it. Mikey going to take a good long run at this. Gone out towards the left, and gone out over the end line and wide. 1 point between them. Kerry 8, Roscommon 7. The crowd numbed in the first half by the over-vigorous tackling and mystery that was around that first half, getting back into the humor of the game now. Gay Sheeran. Seamus Hayden for Roscommon. Nice pass movement there into Tom Donlan. Gone back now, Paudie Lynch. This is Paudie O'Shea. Kerry coming away now. Sean Walsh out to this side of the field. The ball heading for the sideline. Gerald Driscoll won't get there. He didn't. They're playing away, but the linesman has his flag up. The ball went just out over the sideline. Line ball for Roscommon. Danny Murray will take it. Pat Lindsay just throwing it over to him now. Danny, the captain. Jerry Fitzmaurice doesn't quite bring it down. Nice pass back by Tom Donlan. This is Danny Murray, swung out of there by Tommy Doyle, free to Roscommon. And Pat Lindsay is going to take this one. 1 point between them, Kerry leading by the 1 point. John O'Gara. Out now to Eamon McManus. Eamon with Jimmy Deanahan racing alongside him. Eamon cutting inside now, and it's ballooned out towards the far side, but it's not gone wide. In towards the goal, free out for a tackle on the goalkeeper inside the parallelogram there. If he came out well, he can be tackled shoulder to shoulder, but in there, in the goal mouth, well, it just isn't legal. So watch it now, the ball coming across. Charlie upended by Dermot Early, and there is a free out for Kerry. And here comes Dermot Early for Roscommon. Is he going to get the equaliser? He's not even going to try. He lobs it harmlessly in towards the goal. Charlie Nadigan out to Jimmy Deanahan. Jimmy Deanahan almost fairy-like, and what a description that is. Out to Jack O'Shea. Out now to Mikey Sheehy. Tom Donlan. Eamon McManus. Micheál Finneran. Roscommon doing everything but scoring. Up to John O'Connor. And tipping and paddling around the place. Back now to Tony McManus. And the referee gives a free to Roscommon, 20-meter line. Can this be the equalizer? Coming across to take it, Micheál Finneran, who had the amazing total of 5 goals and 19 points. 5 goals and 19 points in the championship up to today. And this is his first try for a point really today, and here he comes. No, he doesn't. He decides he will replace it because John Gale has blown it away again. And it's wide, just barely wide, but a miss is as good as a mile. Joke your hand there, and Nick O'Dwyer with that puff of the lips there. Frank King, the dugout, looking a little bit worried because they only lead by that 1 point. A point that looked like dwindling away. A lead that looked like dwindling away just a moment ago. From the kick-out, Tim Kennelly. A powerful Kerry man indeed. Ball going near the sideline, but kept in play. Jerry Canellan trying to shake off Mikey Sheehy, who's holding on to him, and there is a free out for Roscommon. Danny Murray. Often an attacking defender, moving up into attack, but today you can't take any risks with the attack around him. This is John O'Gara. Cutting his way right through. Tom Donnan is beside him. And the referee has awarded a free to Roscommon, dead straight in front of the goal, and it will be taken from a scoreable position by Micheál Finneran. Mick O'Dwyer anxious on the sideline. Micheál Finneran anxious on the field. Will this be the equaliser? He has sent it wide. The man that scored 5 goals and 19 points in the championship up to today has missed 2 scoreable points. His only effort at scores today. Well, that's the way it is. The score is 8 points for Kerry, 7 for Roscommon, and the stopwatch says 17 and a half minutes gone, 17 and a half minutes to go. We're on the halfway line. 1-5-1-4. Tim Kennelly, whose job in life nowadays, he was a farmer, now he's a publican down in Listowel. John Egan. Ogie Moran. And a free for Kerry, a free for Kerry. The crowd are booing, but there's no question it was a free because you could see the stretch of the jersey when he was held. And there is a free for Kerry, Mikey Sheehy to take it. 25 metres out from the Roscommon goal. And Mikey sends it over the bar. Another point for Kerry, making it 1-6 for Kerry. 1-4 of which has been scored by the man you see there, Mikey Sheehy. And Roscommon score 1 goal and 4. 9-7. Phil Gannon there, the Roscommon secretary, looking anxious, as also are the subs. John O'Connor. Ger O'Keefe after him. John O'Connor getting away. Elaborating, is he over-elaborating? Well, he was lucky it broke there to Dermot Early. Dermot, his ball knocked away from him. And the Kerry defence under pressure, but standing up well to it. John O'Connor doing some very fancy work, but whether this is a time for fancy work or direct method, who can tell? Could this be a point by John O'Connor from the sideline? No, he's not going to try for one. Jerry Fitzmaurice himself indulging in a little short passing. Aidan Dooley fouled with the boot going in there, and the referee, who's doing an awful lot better in this second half than he did in the first, right up with the play, and this free to be taken by John O'Connor. Well, there it is. The angle, the ball there on the right, John O'Connor just walking up now. And it's blocked down in the goal, and it very nearly fell away there, but was quickly grabbed and cleared out by Jimmy Deenahan. And a free to Roscommon for a push in the back there on Tom Donlan. Dermot early to take it. 9-7. 2 points between them. 10 minutes for Roscommon to pull it down. Are they going to do it? Into the goal mouth it goes. The ball breaks loose. And a point. A point there by Micheál Finneran. Micheál, who missed 2 from threes, got that one from an awkward position. Here it is again, coming in. Micheál gets it. He very nicely turns and kicks, and it's over the bar, and there's only 1 point between them again. 21 minutes gone. 1 point between them. Away come Kerry again. John Egan being chased over there, getting away.